Today, the issue of gun rights back before the U.S. Supreme Court. The court hearing oral arguments over a 30-year-old law that bans people under domestic violence restraining orders from possessing firearms. The High Court taking up the case 1 year after a ruling by the conservative majority on the court made it more difficult for governments to restrict individual gun rights. The Fifth Circuit Court struck down the law earlier this year, calling it an outlier, which led the Supreme Court to take it up. But several conservative justices, including Justice Samuel Alito, worry the law could deprive nonviolent Americans of their gun rights.
There are situations in which the family court judge, who has to act quickly and may not have any investigative resources, faces a he said, she said situation.
At a rally outside the Supreme Court, survivors of domestic violence sharing their stories and why the law is necessary.
I lost my niece to gun violence, and I grew up in a household with a domestic abuser.
According to the CDC, an estimated 12 million American adults are victims of domestic abuse every year, and on average, 70 die every month from being shot by an intimate partner. And women are 5 times more likely to die from a domestic abuse situation if a gun is involved, according to the Johns Hopkins Center for Gun Violence Solutions. But gun rights advocates worry the law could deprive nonviolent Americans of their gun rights without adequate due process.
This statute actually ends up disarming a bunch of law-abiding or otherwise good people. Judges often issue mutual restraining orders, which disarms both the victim and the abuser at the same time.
The Fifth Circuit ruled in favor of Zaki Rahimi, a Texas drug dealer who was indicted for gun possession in violation of a restraining order obtained by his girlfriend. The FBI says the law has blocked 77,000 attempted purchases of guns by domestic abusers since 1998, and the justices are expected to hand down their opinion in June. Melissa Adan, ABC News, Los Angeles.